Hello, my name's Lucy and I work for the Bureau of Investigative Journalism. Last year, we published a story about a corporate network that held billions of Kazakh assets via a UK registered company called Jusan Technologies Ltd. This company was, until late 2021, ultimately owned by the Nazarbayev Fund, a fund set up by, you guessed it, Nursultan Nazarbayev, longtime ally of Putin and notorious president of Kazakhstan for 3 decades. There's a vital public interest in reporting about money moving to or through London, sometimes known as Londongrad, from countries that have a reputation for bad governance. Yet this company, which is challenging the basis of our reporting, is suing us in London courts for asking these important questions. We believe this is a SLAPP lawsuit. SLAPP is an acronym used to describe lawsuits with the intention of shutting down public interest journalism. A number of MPs have condemned the lawsuit, including David Davis MP, who in the UK Parliament said, "With every letter and every stage of legal action, organisations like the Bureau of Investigative Journalism must divert resources and time away from public interest reporting and towards defending themselves against bogus or trivial claims." The hit of being slapped has affected our entire newsroom. In direct line of fire has of course been the team that did the original reporting. It's caused the team an intense amount of stress, worry and sleepless nights. It's also meant they spent a ton of time working on the case. We're a not-for-profit news organisation up against a holding company that controls billions of dollars and has hired the same lawyers who represented infamous sex offender Harvey Weinstein. Our senior leadership team has had to divert a significant amount of time and resources fighting this lawsuit. This involves meeting with lawyers and discussing how best to defend ourselves in court. The time we spent focusing on this lawsuit is time we could have otherwise spent doing our job, which is reporting on matters of public interest. Financially, we're lucky that we do have avenues to support ourselves, but make no mistake, legal costs are spiralling. There's been collateral damage across the whole of our organisation, as the management team is having to spread their time between working on this lawsuit and doing our normal investigative work. The biggest takeaway for me is that even if you're meticulous in how you do your job, even if you're confident that all your reporting is backed up by solid evidence, even if your fact-check process and your legal process is second to none, and even if your reporting is 100% in the public interest, you can still be in the firing line for these lawsuits. One of the purposes of a SLAPP is not necessarily to win in court, it's to exhaust and bully you. More than anything, it's a war of attrition, both financially and psychologically. Even if a case never goes to court, it can cost hundreds of thousands of pounds and take an enormous amount of time. There's increased pressure on governments, both in my country, the UK, and overseas, to legislate to protect journalists. It's important that governments act with urgency, as the chilling effect on media is having a huge impact on what and who is being reported on. You're not alone. There are coalitions of free speech and human rights groups ready to campaign on your behalf. It's important to speak out about what's happening to garner support. If you're in the UK, I'd recommend reporting the suspected SLAPP to the regulation body, the SRA, as they have the ability to investigate the matter further. And if they deem it to be a SLAPP, it could mean that the law firm has conducted itself inappropriately and could be fined. And for the slappers, I'd say that those who believe in accountability are not about to go away.